YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you. Hope you can hear me all right. Got my fan going, man. It is hot here in El Paso, Texas. My girlfriend probably thinks I'm a pussy. She's lived here basically her whole life. Me, I'm an East Coast boy, so it's hot. Here to talk about Ezekiel Elliott. I know this is an Eagles channel, obviously, and Ezekiel Elliott is a Cowboy. But what I think about him getting suspended for 6 games, and quite frankly, good riddance. And I hear people in the comments almost everywhere I go, whether it's ProFootballTalk.com or ES or anywhere. Well, it's unfair. Like Ezekiel Elliott didn't do nothing there. Are you people blind? Like, are you guys blind? All right, if you're a Cowboys fan, strip away being a Cowboys fan. Try to look at it unbiasedly as best you can. I'm an Eagles fan. I hate the Cowboys, not just because they're a division rival. It helps. But that's not why I hate the Cowboys. Because I don't hate the Giants this much. I don't hate the Redskins this much. And of all 3 teams, the Redskins are the ones that have our number the most. You know, the Giants have won the Super Bowls recently. But nope, I still hate the Cowboys the most, even though they haven't done jack shit since '95. It's just who they are. It's their owner. It's what the teams just. They won't say this publicly, or I don't even think they try to make themselves look this way, but it's what the team stands for. I just don't like the Cowboys. They're just a terrible bunch of human beings and thugs, and I'm not saying the Eagles have no bad players. If I had to look, and I'm not going to go through the entire roster, because there's some people on our roster right now that I don't even know their names, just because they're camp bodies. But of the notable people, the only one that might be a bad apple might be Nigel Bradham. Didn't he have a hotel incident? But other than that, I can't think of anyone bad about the Eagles. I can't... But anyway, I'm getting off track here. The Cowboys just have a whole bunch of just bad people. You have to be blind not to see that Ezekiel Elliott is a bad person and has poor character. You have to be blind. I mean, whether he did or did not, personally, I'll be honest with you, this has no legal standing because it's just what I think, obviously, but I think he probably did hit or abuse the woman. And why do I think that? Because his track record is terrible. Excuse me. Just had some chips and it's like kind of like lodging down there. But I mean, he pulled down. Okay, all right. Let me put it this way: the personal conduct policy states a minimum of 6 games for domestic violence and blah blah blah, blah and a few things listed and everything. 6-game minimum. That's what's in. That's what the players sign in to the NFL agreeing to. Whether he did or didn't, the NFL thinks they have sufficient evidence to think he did. But whether he did or did not do that, he's on video pulling down a girl's bra or shirt. Excuse me, pulling down their shirt on video. You gonna deny that? That's kind of domestic violence. People have to think of domestic violence as many things. There's many forms of abuse: mental, verbal, physical. Obviously, the physical ones, sexual. That's pretty big too. You know what I mean? There's many forms of abuse, and that right there, that one thing, technically goes against the personal conduct policy. It's right there in black and white, 6-game minimum. Now, Ezekiel Elliott's going to appeal it, in which case Roger Goodell could act as the person who hears the appeal, or he can appoint someone that he wants to hear it. So there's a good chance it's not going to get reduced. The NFL made the decision. Now Ezekiel Elliott, who, I mean, let's see how professional he can act, is supposed to go there and appeal, and in his best case scenario, it might get reduced to 4. And that's his best case scenario, I think. I don't think they're going to drastically change it down to 2. And they're definitely not going to just say, okay, we're sorry, we made a mistake. You don't have to be suspended. They're not going to do that. All right? So then what does Ezekiel Elliott do? It's locked in stone. He would have to go to court. And I'm sorry, no judge in their right mind is going to look at that. Look at in black and white. This is different than Deflategate, where Tom Brady had a chance. This is a little bit different, okay? And it's in black and white. He did go against personal conduct policy. Plain and simple, you know? So, Cowboys fans, Ezekiel Elliott getting suspended. Minimum 4 games, maximum 6. That's me. I don't see them going all the way down to 2. And the 3 is a weird number. Why? You know, so it's going to be. I don't think they're going to reduce it 1 game and say 5. It's going to be. Honestly, I see 4 or 6. Most likely 6. Okay. So that's that thing. Now, for the people sitting there saying, "Well, he didn't do nothing or anything," I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure he probably did abuse the girl. We're talking about this dude that's in, you know. Look how he entered the league. You remember what he wore on draft night? Now, I'm not going to sit there and say he's such a terrible character based on what he wore with his stomach all hanging out. If you guys don't remember, you should go look. It was ridiculous. He's just a bad apple. He's a bad person. I'm not saying he can't ever change. But you guys sit there saying, "We didn't do nothing. Why is he suspended?" You can't just use your 2 eyes and look and see a bad person with bad character who did not help himself by doing more and more and more stupid shit. He's on video pulling down a girl's shirt. He allegedly was in a bar fight where he broke a DJ's nose. He apparently had a speeding ticket going at 100 miles an hour. Now, in Texas, that's not saying much, but still. I mean, dude. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, he's talent-wise is a different story. He's really good talent-wise. But I don't know. That's my take on it. I'm glad he's suspended. Personally, they couldn't do this because it wasn't like proven. You also have to think of by the law, a player, you're innocent until proven guilty. There has to be emphatic evidence against you to convict you. Okay, so whether you're paying someone off or this or that, it's just really hard. If it's he say she, it's really hard. I mean, the NFL can use a little bit more of what's called common sense. I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure he probably abused that girl, and quite frankly, if he did, he should be gone. Not suspended 6 games, not suspended a year, gone. And one of the reasons why, and honestly, Jerry Jones publicly defending him as much as he is, you know what that looks bad on? It looks bad on you, Jerry. It looks bad on the Dallas Cowboys. To some degree, you're a Cowboys fan. You're the Cowboys owner. So obviously you're a Cowboys fan. You want your team to do well. It's wrong. If a star player does something that bad, you should get rid of him. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter what it means to your team. Get rid of him. Take the moral high. But we're human. So I get from a standpoint of you not cutting him. Therefore, I'm not saying cut him. Cut him. You should cut him. You should be ashamed of yourself for not cutting him. I'm not saying that. Because there is a human element where you want to win. Okay? But to go out of your way to defend a creep like that makes you look bad, Jerry, makes the Cowboys look bad. Now, I hate the Cowboys, but this is just total, not even fan aside, this makes the Cowboys look bad. I mean, I'm not saying you have to trash your player. Heck, say no comment, or say, but to sit there and defend a guy like this? For those of you saying, well, he didn't do nothing or anything, you're blind. You're completely blind, or you're got bad character yourself, or you see nothing wrong with his behavior. I'm glad the league at least did something. They didn't sit there and listen to Jerry's threats, kind of threats. I mean, it didn't really threaten, but he was puffing out his chest like, I dare you to do something. And I'm glad the NFL was like, sit your ass down. But anyway, that's my take on it. Peace.